Hello Tuber Tubers! So this is just going to be a makeup video and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to see as I go along and just wing it. So I will get on with the video now. First off, I'm going to moisturise my whole face. Makeup goes on a lot better if you've got a nice smooth face. And then I'm just going to put some eye cream under my eyes. I use Nivea Q10 eye cream. So then I am just going to put on a little bit of primer. I'm just going to use the Bare Minerals Prime Time, and that's just going to help tighten up my pores a little bit and help it all sort of stay where it needs to stay, so I don't get like slide face. I'm just going to use my fingers for this. My fingers are clean. So then I'm going to just use my Coastal Scent concealer palette, and I'm going to get the green just to pop a little bit on my porlies. So hopefully there's not too much concealer to go on top of the foundation, because otherwise it gets a bit too heavy in certain areas. I just use any brush for anything. This is one of the eyeliner Real Technique brushes, but I just use whatever brush I can find for whatever thing. As long as I keep using it for the same thing. I'm not going to use it for eyeshadow and then like use it for concealer, otherwise I'd probably end up with a big black blob instead of the concealer. So if you are going to use your fingers for your makeup, just keep some wet sandy so you can just keep cleaning your fingers. Right, so now that's done, I am just going to pop a little bit of the lilac from the same concealer palette. I'm just going to pop that in the very inner corner of my eyes, and then just pat that out. Using my finger helps it melt a little bit easier because my finger's warm. Otherwise these can be a bit too dry and not easy to blend at all. But this is where I get very sort of dark here and right on the outside corner here, so I'm just going to pop another little bit there and blend them out. I don't sleep very well at night, that's why my eyes are never white, because I start work at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So and when I have work I never sleep, because I know I've got to get up. You know when you know you've got to get up for something, you find it so hard to sleep. I'm like that every time I work. So my under eyes are just horrendous. So this is just going to hopefully brighten them up a tad. So I do find if I put too much under my eyes, it does settle and tend to make creases look a hell of a lot worse. I have fine lines, I'm 30, but some stuff, just if you put too much on and just go by what everyone says to do on Instagram, you're just going to end up looking really dry under your eyes and really liney. Just sort of adapt things to how your skin type is. So then I'm going to put on some foundation. I don't know what one yet. I got all these Estee Lauder testers, so I might put one of them on. Just going to lay it on a bit more where I need it. If you use a green concealer underneath, you've got more of a chance of just covering up your spots with just your foundation, so you won't need to put anything else on the top. So now I'm just going to pop some concealer under my eyes. So I'm just going to feather it out down there just to blend it all in nicely. Then I'm going to get a damp sponge and just blend that in with the sponge. And then with that same concealer, I am just going to pop a bit on my forehead, down my nose and my chin, just to give it that little bit of a highlight. But it's not going to be like, hello sunshine, it's going to be like, oh, you look dewy. So now that is done, I'm going to go on to setting the face before it starts to crease up a bit. So I'm just going to use a Bare Minerals foundation. I'm going to put the medium beige and then the mineral veil on the highlighted bits. That's what I'm going to do. I'm always too scared to do the circle over where I've got porlies. I feel like it's just going to rub everything away that I've already put on it. So I normally tend to pat on there, but not with a lot of product, just very lightly, and I can build it up if I need to then. let's move on to the eyes, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's just experiment a bit. So I'm using my Eye Magic palette, which is the dupe for the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I'm gonna pop this bright pink all over my lid first. Right, this is the Makeup Academy Poptastic one. So we're going to put the bright pink on the inner and then the darker pink on the outer. And that's going to set this greasiness. Right, that's classy. So then I'm going to get a smaller brush, and with a black, my faithful collection black, I'm going to bring that from the outside and try not to go over that line, just underneath it, and then out in the corner here. And also I want to try and make it quite sharp, so I'm just going to get an angled brush, and with that black I'm just going to try and draw a sharp line, just as like a slight guide. And I just want to try and blend that down a bit using a very light hand. Look, it turns purple. Oh, I like. Now I can just bring this black underneath my eye. I'm just going to blend a bit of the black into this inner corner as well. I'm going to get, again from the Makeup Academy palette, I'm going to get the purple, because we want to look like we're going to a disco. And so I'm just going to get that on a fluffy brush and just blend that into the crease on top of the black. Really smoke it out. So the next thing I want to do is get a white, and I'm going to use the MAC white, and I'm going to pop that in that little gap there and at the top very slightly, and try and blend it down a bit, but only so slightly. Bit in the corners. What I want to do is I want to get an eyeliner all around the eye. Well, I might just actually use my Eye Magic Flash palette, and I'm going to use a Real Technique brush. I'm actually going to use that for the eyeliner, as that's what its intended use is. And I want to bring the eyeliner all the way into the corner and out again. This is like the bitch dewy eye. It's just not. We've got the really subtle eye look going on. We can go on to the eyebrows, because now my eyebrows are lost in a sea of eye gubbins. So I'm just going to get a dark brown eyeshadow and an angle brush and fill in my brows. And I may be using a nail art brush for this. But like I say, I don't care what brushes are for. If they suit and fit, it will work. Remember that saying. Now I have eyebrows. I'm going to just pop on, I just don't know what order I'm doing things in. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to slay for bae. And I'm just going to use my Saint-Tropez standard bronzer, and I'm just going to very so slightly contour. I'm just going to make sure it emphasises up here more. And then blend it down. And I just add a little bit like that, just to bring it all together rather than just having one blob. Right, then, do I pop the eyelashes on now or shall we save that fun till last, because that's almost like, no, let's do it now. So I'm going to pop some eyelashes on because I have not got any. Ouez-vous le oeil gauchois? Seriously guys, I can't find my eyelashes. I mean, the state of it. If I don't have eyelashes, look. Nah. Hang on. So apparently I keep my eyelashes in my nail drawer now. Right, so let me choose some eyelashes. So I might put these skanky beauties on. I'm just going to use some cheap glue because I don't want to use my concrete glue and then have to really pull them off. And plus with that, once it's on the nails, it does ruin it quite a bit. Like it's hard to bring the nails back, the nails, lashes back to life. That's why they're in my nail drawer. I hate this stuff. Right, so whilst that eye glue sets, we can do the lips. I'm going to outline my lips first with a lip coloured liner. And then I'm going to get a light nude lipstick. Shall I just get this as pinky? This is a Vivo one. It's quite pinky as well, so that will do. I do need a tiny bit of blush, so I might just use this one because it matches, and I'm just going to be very light with it and just pop it just above my bronzer. And for the last little touch, I'm just going to get my highlighter. And this is a Makeup Academy shimmer highlighter in gold. And I'm just going to pop a bit in the standard places. I need very little though, hardly. I don't want it to actually look like I've got it on, if you know what I mean. And imagine sassy hair. Imagine it, imagine sassy hair. And that is it. I do a zoom. I have a bit of mascara on. It's not it. Just shut up and wait a minute. So I'm going to use the one for the lower lash. This is the Big Eyes Maybelline. I really need my, what do you call it? You know, the yellow one. The best one. Colossal. And that is the final look. I do a little zoom for you. So this one's okay. This one, seriously, they're so different. My face is so unsymmetrical. I will come back with some more nail art or freaky face paint stuff, and thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if you're here for the freaky face paint stuff, but I like to add in a little bit of makeup as well, you see. Just squeeze it in, just to show that I do this as well. But I do prefer the freaky face paint, obviously. But I have got to buy new face paint, so as soon as I buy new face paint, we can go crazy. Like if you like, subscribe if you like, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully.